welcome to the social space. This is the show all about Wichita Falls, Texas, and the whole wide world, although we never talk about anything.
Hey, wait a minute, that's about to change.
Oh, really?
Oh,
It is. I got big news.
Oh, good.
The whole wide world's coming.
Woo! All right. Well,
Yeah.
hey, I'll get to our partners in just a second. Eric Crossland over here. Just give it a second so my name can come across. We got Jackie Hager over here. She's the namesake, not Hoger, Hager. Let's get it right, Addies. Okay.
That's how I know if you know me.
When we, yeah, right?
Uh-huh.
And the two are right. Andrew Bell, no mistake in that last name.
No.
B-E-L-L.
That's it.
And real quick, before I get to our guest, we always like to thank our partners. That's
Yes.
Channel 6 KAUZ. We're on 10:35 on Sundays now. Last week it was 11:35 because of the football games. Sometimes that happens, no big deal.
Yep.
It's worth staying up for. And News Talk 1290 over there at Town Square Media. They are our other
Yeah.
partners. You can hear us 10:30 a.m. on Saturdays. And of course, Impact Signs at Falls Truck Center. Love that, Tanya and Sean.
Hey, just so you know, I know we're shooting this on Monday, but today's Sean's birthday.
Hey, happy
Oh,
birthday.
happy
birthday,
birthday.
Almost a
Sean.
week ago now. And now to
Yeah.
my right, Dr. Scott C. Manley. How you doing?
Wow, we had to go there, didn't we? I'm doing great. I'm
Thanks for
doing
being
great.
here.
Excited to be here today. Thanks.
What's your title?
I am the director of the Lalani Center for Entrepreneurship and Free Enterprise at MSU, Texas, and I teach entrepreneurship and strategic management. But one of the great things that I get to do is I'm the director of the i.d.e.a.WF business plan competition.
I
That's
feel like
awesome.
that's why we have you here today.
That might be.
What, for the people who don't know, what is i.d.e.a.WF?
Yeah, i.d.e.a.WF is a business competition that's about growing our local economy. It's taking people through a structured startup process that helps them to imagine their business, design what it really is going to look like, engage with local community partners, and then take action on that to grow their business. It's all about growing jobs, it's about growing the economy, it's about growing the tax base, and it's about making Wichita Falls a better place to live, work, and play.
Awesome. I feel like you've said that before
I know.
a couple times.
You know, it's the 11th year for i.d.e.a.WF, but
wow.
there's something real exciting about this year that I'm anxious for you to get out to the public. More money,
Absolutely.
more city involvement. Can you talk to us about that big pot of money this year?
It's incredibly exciting. So everybody knows that we had 2020, the year we'd all like to have in our hindsight, right?
Yeah.
We'd like to have that, but we took that opportunity to retool the competition, and we're coming back this year bigger than ever before and better than ever before. We've increased our prize package from $30,000 cash all the way up to $250,000
Dang.
cash.
Woo! Let's
Whoa.
say that again. How much money?
$250,000.
A quarter
Sounds
of a
better that
million
way.
dollars.
It sounds better like that. I've got to work on my delivery.
That's amazing.
So how is that going to impact our community? How is i.d.e.a.WF going to impact our community?
Well, it has already made a huge impact on our community. We've got such wonderful success stories. We have businesses that you would never know it from right here in Wichita Falls. They're selling product all over the world. Just last week, I was visiting with Keith Weininger.
I was going to say, I can see a shop right through
Right
here
over
that
there,
does
yeah.
that.
I was visiting with Keith just last week. He's delivered product to 6 continents.
Wow.
And
Wow.
it's just selling all over the place, and it's just amazing stuff. You have folks like
Burn shop
𝙆𝙆 Designs.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
Nicole Kirk is selling product all over the world. Just has tens of thousands of followers on her social media spaces, and just is doing amazing stuff. It truly is her heart. Her business is her heart, like it is with so many entrepreneurs. But just people doing amazing things and growing our tax base just $1 at a time. As far as real tangible impact, the last time that we measured it, it was about 100 full-time positions in Wichita Falls over our 10-year period, and about $10 million in annual sales.
Can we say that number one more time in prizes this year?
$250,000.
I mean, if that alone doesn't get you to want to enter this idea that's spinning in your head, you've always wanted to be a business owner, you've always had this idea, by gosh, this is the year.
Well, we've taken that first prize from $12,000 in cash all the way up to $100,000 in cash. We can have up to 5 winners. They're going to share that $250,000, but the top prize this year being $100,000 just changes everything, and it really puts Wichita Falls on the map as being competitive in the West Texas market for new businesses.
Yeah. Scott, what do you want people to know about i.d.e.a.WF? Like, You know, I have some things that I'm interested in. Like I created this little hat business several years ago. I've taken a break for a while because with my 3 little girls. But I mean, like, what kind of people do you get entering in the competition? Beginners like me, or?
Well, i.d.e.a.WF can be for any business, but specifically because we're blessed to be funded by the 4A board, we have to concentrate on businesses that create primary jobs.
Okay.
We'll talk a lot about primary jobs in the next segment, and we'll talk about that in detail at the orientations, but we're creating a little special category, and we're in the process of designing what that's going to look like now that can be what we call our Judge's Choice winner, and we're hoping to raise $25,000 in cash to give away to that Judge's Choice winner. So that could be a retail shop, it could be any business that, it could be your business.
Yeah.
It could be you. It's got to be somebody, so why shouldn't it be you?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Now, if they win that cash award, let's say that $100,000 cash prize, can they do whatever they want to do with that money?
There is no restriction on what they do with the money, but the important thing is that because it is tied to 4A, to our Wichita Falls Economic Development Corporation, is tied to funds that are specifically raised by sales tax, there is some very meaningful requirements, and one of those is job creation. You have to be from a certain industry category in order to be eligible, and there's multiple categories, but they have to be from a certain industry. They have to draw money from outside of the general area. In other words, it's got to be bigger than just a mom and pop shop in Wichita Falls. It has to get money from outside of the area, and it does have to create those primary jobs.
And I know we're going to talk more about dates and sessions to learn about it, but I think we owe the 4A board a great big thumbs up for investing in this. Thank you, 4A board.
Absolutely. The 4A has been such a wonderful partner from the very, very beginning, and we certainly couldn't be where we are now without their assistance. But Leo and his board, they just do a phenomenal job in supporting us, and the city, of course, supports the 4A board, and it's just been an amazing partnership in working together and deciding what it's going to look like and how do we make it work, and how do we make Wichita Falls competitive for entrepreneurs. We need to grow this economy, and that's what it's all about.
Scott, over the years, I mean, this program has been going for several years. What is like one of the most interesting business concepts that you've come across?
Oh, I don't want to give away some of the more interesting. There's some that we don't want to talk about. But you know, there are really some amazing businesses that do things you would never imagine. Kenny's All-Purpose Seasonings is a former winner, and Kenny's unique claim to fame on his products is that they don't contain sodium and MSG. So it's a product that is really good for people who have restrictive diets. And the last time I talked to Kenny, he had distribution in almost every state in the United States.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know, those interesting businesses that can just happen, you know, it's almost like magic when it happens.
Yeah.
Wow.
I have a buddy who swears by Kenny's. Ben, he only uses Kenny's.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's good stuff.
We do too. Kenny's a good entrepreneurial guy at heart, and I'm so proud of him. It's been fun watching all the winners over the years, and I'm excited, you know, that we'll learn in just a few minutes, you know, how to get involved. What's the next step that you do?
Absolutely. It's going to be about just getting out there, putting yourself out there. Taking that first step is always the most difficult thing. One of my favorite businesses probably is 𝙆𝙆 Bats, because it's just so unique. It's an example of growing a local business, and Leland has done amazing things, and I look forward to hopefully seeing some 𝙆𝙆 Bats in the major leagues this year.
Wouldn't that be great?
That would just be awesome. He's come really, really close, and he's had some in batting practice before some major league games. I think this is going to be the year that he breaks through.
Yeah, we do. We helped the chamber with the show called Made in the Falls, and their first episode was 𝙆𝙆 Bats, and it was so interesting. We actually played that on the show once a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
All right, well, Scott, appreciate it.
Thank you for
I think
having me.
everybody loves i.d.e.a. Wichita Falls. I wish I had ideas. I don't. It's been years ago since I've had an idea. But you know, get on their website, get entered, get part of that cash, create some jobs, and
Absolutely.
Yeah,
just log on to our website, i.d.e.a.WF.com, or follow us on social media. But probably the single most exciting piece of information that I have to share is we have actually somebody in-house now that's going to be our point person for i.d.e.a.WF. Jeannie Hilbers is going to do an amazing job, and y'all are going to talk to her next.
Hey, let's just go ahead and have her on next. How about that?
Sounds like a great idea.
All right, thanks again, Scott. We'll
Thank
be right
you so
back.
much.
Yay.
Falls Truck Center has parts and is quickly becoming the go-to provider for big truck parts for every major manufacturer on the highway, including thousands of in-stock OE and quality aftermarket brands. With over 45 years combined experience selling and locating those hard-to-find parts, Joseph and Jack are on standby and ready to assist you with any repair project. Need service too? Falls Truck Center can get you in a bay and back on the road within hours, not days or weeks. Come see us at Falls Truck Center next to Flying J. Call us at 940-64-PARTS.
Hey, welcome back to the social space. This is the i.d.e.a.WF show. And now, Jeannie Hilbers is here. Hi, Jeannie.
Thank you for having me today.
Yeah, and I'm 𝙆𝙑 𝙨. We got Jackie Hager, Andrew Bell. Good to mention you guys. And what is your title with that?
My title is coordinator of i.d.e.a.WF.
Okay.
This is my second week on the job, so I'm still kind of learning the ropes. So don't stump me too hard with a hard question.
Yeah, but don't let this girl fool you. She comes with a lot of wisdom to the table. So.
I'm excited to be part of the i.d.e.a.WF. Jackie knows, and she mentioned this a minute ago, but in my past, I was out at the Small Business Development Center at Midwestern. Loved that, loved being able to help people. So this is a perfect job for me. I get to go back into that, helping people create businesses, helping them answer questions. So I'm excited. Excited to be back, excited to be part of Midwestern, excited to be part of this program.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, Jeannie, I think i.d.e.a.WF is really lucky to have you. So you're doing all of the organization, the coordination. We've mentioned already that the prize went up to
$250,000.
200, or better yet, I think it sounds better.
$250,000.
Doesn't that sound more impressive?
Yeah, it does.
$250,000 in prizes are going to be given away. So talk to us about what is the process. All right, so you think you've got an idea, you've heard about the prize. What's the first step that they do?
First thing they need to do is come to an orientation. There are 6 different orientations. We've split them up. Some are on Tuesday night, some are on Thursday mornings. We have one on a Saturday mid-morning. And so you need to attend one of those. It's an hour and a half. And during that, we'll talk over everything. What are the requirements? What do you have to do to get entered into the contest? It's pretty easy. It's 2 pieces of paper. And it's basically, who are you? What do you want to do? How are you going to do it? And so it's pretty easy to enter. Orientation will talk about all of that. It'll talk about what Scott mentioned about you have to be a certain kind of industry. We'll go over that in depth. We'll help people answer the question, what industry am I in? So orientation will cover all of that. So the first orientation starts February the 9th. They run through the end of February. And we want to get as many people at that orientation as possible because our deadline is coming up pretty quick. March 10th is the deadline to enter. So we really want people to come out to the orientations, see if it could be a fit. Let us help you. Let us help you write the business plan. Let us help you get moving, help you win some money.
Well, I was about to say that. If you go to that orientation and you feel overwhelmed, you've got backup there to help you get the paperwork filled out that's due by March the 10th,
and again,
right?
it's 2 pieces of paper. It's nothing overwhelming because what will happen is they'll fill out those basic pieces of paper. What kind of business am I going to do? How do I think I'm going to do it? Who are my partners? Things like that. Then that gets you through round 1. Judges are going to judge those 2 pieces of paper. After the first round of cuts, then we get into the meat of the program. And what we do is we try to spoon feed them. There are 6 classes. Each week they'll attend a 2-hour workshop. One's on business planning. One's on reading financial statements. One on sales forecasting. One's on marketing. There's different things. So each week we go over a little piece of the business plan. I'm available while they're writing that business plan. So it gets a little more complex, a little more time in the saddle. So you come to orientation. Is this a good fit for me? I think I might as well give it a go. I'm going to fill out these 2 pieces of paper, turn it in by March the 10th. Then each week, here I go. I'm going to show up. Classes are out at Midwestern College of Business. I'm going to hear what I need to do. I'm going to go home, kind of like I'm going to class, work on my homework, turn it back in. If you need help, you're going to email that to me. I'm going to review it, and I'm going to say you need to edit this, this, this. You need to add this. Then you're going to turn it in again. So we're going to walk through the process. It's about a 7-month process from beginning to end. The winners are announced mid-September. The finalists mid-September, and then the winners will be announced October, mid to late October, at a little banquet.
Hey, but I think a 7-month process is worth $100,000, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Or a career.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a career, yeah.
Yeah.
Or to fulfill your dream. You're
Yes.
working in a job now that you think, I don't really know why I'm here. I'm not passionate about this job. I've always wanted to own my own business. I think that I could solve a problem by creating this business, or I think I could design a better widget, and I think this would solve a problem that I see. And so why would you not explore that? Don't stay in the job that you don't like,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And don't, you know, we mentioned the primary jobs and that it needs to be a manufacturing job, and that part of the competition is bringing in revenue from the outside. And so at first, that may sound intimidating to you, like, I really don't think that's my business. But come and let us explore that. There's businesses in town that you don't realize bring in the majority of their money from outside the Wichita Falls area. So come and let's talk about it, and let's see if your business does fill that niche and are eligible for the prize money.
Absolutely.
Nice. One thing I've learned today is when I'm on a first date from here on out, I'm gonna start saying I make one thousandth of $1 million. That's what I make. Sounds better that way, right? I make 1/1000th of a
He
million.
doesn't even know what he made.
I didn't actually do the math, but I'm just gonna, whatever it is, I'm gonna say that from here on out.
I feel like that's funny. I feel like you explained that. It seems less intimidating to me the way you say
Yeah.
that. Just 2 pieces of paper
Yeah.
by March the 10th
Yeah.
is doable.
I don't see why
very
anyone would be
doable.
scared now to
Yeah.
do it.
And
It
it's
sounds so
free.
easy.
What do you have
yeah.
to lose? Come
Yeah.
to the free orientation. What you have to lose is an hour and a half of your time.
Right.
Well, what do you do with that each week anyway? So, put the phone down for an hour and a half, come and listen, and just see if it's an option for you.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to put the dates of the orientations on the screen,
Sure.
I believe.
Okay.
But where else can they go to find out more information in case they forget those dates?
Sure, they can go to our website, which is www.i.d.e.a.WF.com. They can follow us on Facebook, or they can also call the office, and we'll put that number on the screen as well.
Andrew, what do you think of that logo?
I love it.
That's a good logo.
It's been around for a long time.
It's been
I think
around.
it's probably been in the shop once
I
or
wonder
twice,
who did
too.
that logo.
Yeah.
Oh, did you
We
do
did that logo. Yeah,
Golly.
it's fun. That was because this is year
This
11.
is old office.
This is old office logo.
Yeah.
That's not yours.
I didn't do it, I don't think. Did
No.
Simeon did it?
It's a good logo. Simeon did it. It's a
Awesome.
good logo.
The
Yeah.
only thing I need is for somebody smarter than me to give me a shortcut on my keyboard, because I.D.E.A.WF.
It's true.
That's tough. So on my phone, I don't put the period. So I would like somebody. Are you smarter than me? Can you do that? I would like a shortcut. Where on your phone, I did that. The daughter went to A&M, and I got tired of doing A.
Yeah.
A&M. So I made it where if I did ZZ, it popped that up. So I
Yeah.
need somebody to do that on my phone.
You know what? I think it is great that Jeannie Hilbers is out again and working and using that God-given talent that you have.
I'm excited.
I'm so glad to see that you have partnered with this. Yay.
I think it's a great opportunity, and it's a great opportunity for me. I've missed people. I've missed being out in the community, and so I'm excited. I'm excited to work with people again. The days at the SBDC, that was the fun thing, just like with you all. It's fun for somebody to come in and give you an idea, and then you put it down on paper, and it blossoms, and you see it up on a billboard, or you see it on a screen, and that makes you feel good. And it feels good to help people. So I look forward to meeting people, being out in the community, and helping people write their business plan and win the competition.
All right, so we have to say that number one more time. Grand prizes, thank you for a board,
Thank
are?
you. $250,000. And the way that you find out if you're eligible for that is come to an orientation.
There you go.
First one's February 9th. They run through the end of February. We'll put the dates up there. It's an hour and a half. Come see what we can do.
Awesome.
Yeah, just in time. This one airs January 31st.
Yeah.
You go in 9 days. Go out there and go to the orientation. Well, awesome. Anything we forgot, Jeannie?
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Awesome show. Good idea. Whose ideas was this? Yours,
This
Jackie?
was Scott Manley emailing me saying, how quick can I get on the show? And I said, how about I do a juggle and get you on this week?
Yeah, if you want to be a guest on our show, by the way, email us, hello@teamhager.com, go on the Social Space Facebook page, go on Team Hager's.
Walk in the doors.
Walk in the door.
Hunt us down.
901 Indiana,
Yeah.
come on in. Come be on the show as well. And once again, Jeannie, we sure do appreciate
I
you and
appreciate
Scott
the
coming
opportunity, appreciate getting the word out there. $250,000.
And by the way, 1,000th, 100th, 1,000th. We'll be right back. We're going to do another Hager highlight this week. Data scientist Megan January, we're going to give her a break, and we're going to do a Hager highlight, show off some of our work when we come back. All right.
Four incredible radio stations. That's who we are. We are Town Square Media, and we bring the best of radio to the North Texas area. Wake up early with News Talk 1290. That's us. How about Kelly Raspberry on 92.9 NIN? Yep, that's us. Bringing you the best of country with 102.3 The Bull. That's us. And rocking it all day long with 106.3 The Buzz. That's us. We are Town Square Media, and we're proud to be a sponsor of the Social Space.
There are about 6 basic human needs, and love and connection happens to be one of them. And I think that when you sell well, you communicate well, and I think it makes a big difference in your life. The title is People Buy From People because I'm extremely motivated to do selling in an environment that's not just transactional. I want to be in relationships. I've been an entrepreneur all my life. Even as a little girl, I was the neighborhood lemonade czar, if you will. And eventually, in my very young married life, I started selling Tupperware. I really didn't know much about Tupperware home parties, but what I learned right off the bat is I could earn a car. And that was July, and by December, I had earned my Tupperware car, and I really began to know what life as an entrepreneur and being a self-employed female meant. Man, it just gave me something that I didn't know I could have. I think that if you can get on the sales side of things, you can change your financial future. You can change your freedom. If I could reshape each person's sales brain so that they feel more like a journalist or a private detective than a sales rep, then it might be easier to teach the qualification part of the sales process. That's what this book does. This book shows you how to qualify and keep doing that until you're ready to propose a solution. The way that I've laid out the sales process is very simple to understand. It's not just a great way to do selling, it's a great way to live, and it's a great way to communicate with others. I don't know that I ever sold anything because it had the biggest commission or I had the most opportunity. I sold things that I thought made a difference, including all those plastic bowls. If you feel stuck, you're going to connect, and I think it can make a difference. You want to be a sales rep? You want to be the best sales rep in your company? Get this book. My promise to you is that by the end of this book, you'll be convinced that there's a way for you to celebrate the personal and financial freedom that comes with a career in professional sales.